What the heck is going on? Hey guys, this is Jedi Mike here. You can Jedi Mike 7 here. I know it's like 4 o'clock in the morning right now. My roommates are sleeping. I cannot wait till the other day to finish edit and everything. This is just gonna be unedited everything. Um, but yes, yes. I told you, I told you, I told you, I told you they were going to do other versions of Loki. We had Kid Loki, we have medieval Loki, we have the like comic book accurate Loki. Uh, this is amazing. I just did not understand like what's going on. It's only the fourth episode. We got two more episodes for the rest of the season, and this is by far the best of the season so far. I think this is to start off a good trajectory to end off the second half of the season, and I just cannot wait. But let's all get on with the video. Yeah, let's just. I'm floored. I cannot wait to. I'm flabbergasted. I really am. Okay, so basically, the episode starts off right where we left in a flashback where we see a young Sylvia or young Loki at this time, and she calls herself at Asgard. In her version of Asgard, we don't see any other versions of other characters. We don't know, like we don't see Thor, we don't see Odin, like or at least her version of Odin or Thor. But all of a sudden, she's just playing around with some toys, talking about the story of the Valkyries, which is played by Tessa Thompson. But yeah, she's playing playing with toys, and all of a sudden she gets captured by the TVA. But it's not just any particular TVA agent. It's actually Ravonna, the head a woman of the TVA now, uh, Slayer. Like she's the TVA agent that basically captured the young Sylvia. And you see go on to the rest of this episode that she's now being captured, taken to TVA, and then but however she easily escapes, which I'm like, okay, you're a little girl, how you escaping? But you're a Loki, I guess you can escape. But yeah, she's escaping, and then that's basically going to the beginning of the episode where we left off, where we pick off where Loki and Sylvie are at the end of Lamentus 1, right before the apocalypse about to go. And this is right at the moment, right before, they're going to basically die. And they're just talking just about life and everything. And it's almost had a very sentimental moment, but I won't say it's romantic. At least they're kind of alluding to that. I hope it's not that, because I think a lot of fans are going to be pissed. The fact that the last episode they just saying that Loki's bisexual, and to automatically pair her with another woman, I think people are going to be very pissed if they actually go this route. Now, me personally, I mean, I think they have good chemistry, so I'd be perfectly fine if I know people want to ship them. But I just, especially it's not just any person; it's actually Loki himself, just a different version. So even going to the whole point of him being a narcissist, that he's in love with himself. So I just think that's kind of alluding to that, regardless of the gender or not. But anyway, then we keep going into they get captured by the TVA because they find out that the moment they spark a unique type of branch, which is not normal in the sacred timeline. When a Nexus event happened, and what happened is and they get captured at the last second, and then then both are separated. Sylvie goes one way, then Mobius takes Loki, our version of Loki, another way, and then basically Mobius sent him to a Loki prison where he's basically in Asgard back again, but it ain't. But it's a particular version of Asgard where it's just a moment in his life. It was basically like on a continuous loop of memory in his past back in Asgard, and then we see the return of Jamie Alexander as Lady Sif. I was like, oh man, this is great. I knew she was coming back, but I just totally forgot about all the craziness that was happening. But yeah, she's come back. Apparently, in this memory, Loki cut a part of her hair. She got pissed, and then she keep hitting him, and then she does it again and again and again and again. So I heard there was rumor. I think that she's supposed to be in Thor: Love and Thunder. I know they're just filming the movie right now. I think she's supposed to be in it. If not, please let me know. But I just know the fact that just good to see her again. It's almost like she never left. So it's been a minute. We hit this the last time we saw her was actually in Thor: The Dark World, which was back around, I want to say back in 2013. So it's been a minute. So we've seen her, other than Agents of Shield and everything like that. But yeah, I'm glad to see her back. But then here's another thing too. It was interesting. We go back to Mobius, and Mobius talking to our Slayer, talking about how the Hunter C-20, the one of the TVA agents that the Lady Loki captured to get memories of where the timekeepers were. She's saying that, when she looked back to find out that she was a variant, looking back into her history, that she's basically keeps saying that it's real, it's real, it's real, and basically what Ravonna says to Mobius that she's basically been she died, which obviously he's saying that probably because she killed her. She probably pruned her because she was giving too much information and everything. Um, but what you find out with Mobius was talking to, I think it was Hunter B-15 or someone else, is that we caught many people. We caught demigods, we've caught titans, alluding to Thanos, who's a mad titan, and we caught vampires, which that is a first MCU announcement of knowing that Blade the vampires exist in the MCU. We know Blade is coming. We know Mahershala Ali is coming. It's coming. We know the movie's coming and everything. No news in terms of who's directing the film or anything, but we know this film is coming, either in the next phase of the MCU. And I was just so happy that they just hit the nod of like, okay, vampires exist. It was just, even though it was small, it was just like, if they confirm Blade is coming, okay, Blade is coming. I just cannot wait for that. But then here we go as we continue on to the scene, basically where Hunter B-15, after she was captured by Lady Loki, or at least got touched by Lady Loki back in episode 2, there was a moment where she was kind of lost in a trance because she was remembering old memories of her own self in her previous life. So basically, she takes Hunter B-15. She takes Hunter B-15 takes Sylvie and basically go back into Roxxon and ask her to show her the memory again because she felt that everyone was lying. And the whole time, Ravonna is telling Mobius that you can't see Sylvia, you can't talk to her and everything because you say you're trying to protect her because the last Loki basically escaped and everything, which is basically just gaslighting, and just no form of just controlling this very cult mindset of like, oh, I'm the leader, I know everything, you know nothing, but I know everything, and you know all you need to know, and that's okay. Basically, gaslighting Mobius and the whole TVA. And then we get to the point where he sees memories and everything, her memories, and she no remembers saying, "I'm happy," which has got to a point now that Sylvia and Hunter B-15 are now working together. Now into the scene. Next scene we see Mobius after he took Loki into that prison. He took him out again, have basically interrogation again, like in the beginning of episode 1. It was a nice scene, basically talking about how uh, thinking that Sylvie and Loki had a plan together, and this whole situation, how they got. But basically, Loki started lying to him, and to the audience, Mobius comes to life saying, "Oh yeah, we already killed Sylvie and everything," and seeing Loki's reaction, showing the sorrow and a little bit of pain in him, knowing that he actually cared about her, and Mobius teases him, saying, "Oh no, I'm just joking. See, you like her, you actually like yourself," which again is probably alluding to a romantic development, which I don't know if they're gonna go down that route, but at least it was a nod to that. At least this Loki cares about Sylvia. Um, so yeah, so basically he tells him the lie. Loki tells him that they're all variants. He doesn't believe him and everything. But then because of Ravonna basically her gaslighting him, he goes and get the time pad that he steals from her and basically learn information that the C-20 was pruned and that she was involved in that. So basically he knows that he's being lied to. So he goes back into the prison and takes Loki out and saying, are you sure? Are you telling us the truth? And he said, yes. It's like you can be wherever you want to be, even someone good. I thought that was kind of one like line in the show that kind of I took out from that. But yeah, he took him out of the prison of the like time loop and then take him back to out of the time loop and everything, and then going back, and then waiting for him was the rest of the TVA agents waiting, and realizing that Loki and Mobius are now working together, which obviously Ravonna is not fond of that. And then basically at the last second, he talks about his life, about the question about where if you can go anywhere in time, anywhere you want to be, which the TVA has the ability to go anywhere point in time. But he said, where you want to be? He said, finally, he said, I want to go, go jet skiing, and everything. I remember his previous life and stuff like that. And then to the point, he gets pruned, which I think this was a very emotional moment. I was like, dang, was not expecting that. But I don't think he's dead. I think obviously at the end of the episode, we get to find out that you being pruned doesn't mean that you're actually dead. So I think we can probably see him again in the next episode. But yeah, this was just a good emotional scene. So, and this basically just revealed to Ravonna that we're lying to them, and then they take Sylvia, take Loki in, and they're going to meet the timekeepers. Now, beginning of the episode start out with first we see the timekeepers, at least we think we see them, or at least the embodiment of them, and then we get back to the door that they're everyone trying to go to, and then get down to the elevator, and Ravonna is talking to Sylvia, and Sylvia's like, "Do you remember me from when she was a child?" She's like, "Yes, I do." And she says, Why did you take me? Because usually variants gets taken if they're creating a Nexus event, and you see this version of Loki of Sylvia didn't do anything. She was just sitting there playing with toys, but she thought that her own existence was the own Nexus event, that it wasn't supposed to happen. So when we get to the point downstairs in the elevator, then we meet the timekeepers. And this we actually meet them, and this was almost like I was getting basically this Chuck E. Cheese or a Wizard of Oz feel when I was watching this. I'm like, something's not up. And as you see, the voices were very robotic and very like, this is too good to be true. And lo and behold, it was, because after there's a whole fight that broke out, Hunter P15 breaks in, fights everyone. Then Sylvia takes in the final blow and cuts one of the heads off the timekeepers, knowing that it's actually a robot. And Loki literally says, "Then who's protecting the sacred timeline? Who created TVA?" And we don't know, which I think we're gonna know the answer next episode, before we go into the finale. And this is just going to the point of after they find out the timekeeper is not real. They get to a point where Loki's trying to say something to her. Now it looks like he was about to kiss her or whatever. I don't know again if they're going to allude to that romantic interests or anything like that. But as soon as before he gets before actually he tells her something like, this is very new for me. I guess he probably confessed his love for her or something. I don't know. And then he gets pruned by Ravonna. Now Sylvia gets mad and about to prune Ravonna, but then Ravonna says, "Do it." And Sylvia says, "No, you're going to tell me everything." And at this point, the episode ends, which is a major cliffhanger. You're thinking Loki's dead, Mobius dead. Everyone's like, "What the heck's going on?" And then we find out we actually have a post credit scene. The post credit scene is basically Loki wakes up and thinking he's in hell, which I thought maybe they could allude to Hela, maybe Cape. I think is who plays Hela in Thor Ragnarok. That that probably she's going to be there because the Norse mythology that they're related, but obviously wasn't. But he wakes up and hears like, "No, we're not," by some mysterious voice, and someone says, "No, you're not, but you will be if you don't come with us right now." And he wakes up and he looks at who's in front of him, and here are the variants of Loki here. Now, I told you, gonna have Kid Loki. I knew it. They're setting up the Young Avengers. They're setting up the Young Avengers. I keep saying they're setting up. And then you also see this crocodile here, who's a version of Loki, I guess, with the helmet. I think he's also kind of alluding to in the comics how Thor was also, there was a point where Thor was a frog, so I guess it's just kind of alluding to that. But you also see this character here, um, who might be a different version of Thor with this hammer that looks like Mjolnir. But then you also have this cosplay version of Loki, which I just think this is just amazing. Of like what I don't even know what this means. It's almost remind me of just WandaVision, how like she was in her classic costume for Halloween, and you have Kid Loki here. You also see right here, you see this broken down Avengers Tower, which is probably a dystopian timeline. Which I don't know, like what point. Maybe it's when probably Ultron maybe actually succeeded in his mission. I don't know. But this is just I just cannot wait for next episode. But a lot of things got dropped in this whole episode breakdown. I know more Easter eggs are gonna come. I hope I'll mostly cover everything. But once again, my name is Jedi Mike 7. This was a great episode. So I'm gonna give this episode a solid 8 out of 10. This is by far the best one of the season, and I just cannot wait for the next remaining two. They're coming out next Wednesday and the following Wednesday, and we got Black Widow coming out next week, and I just cannot wait to see that. So yeah, a lot of things are happening really soon. But thank you guys for watching this video. Please comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about the episode, your thoughts and theories and everything. We got more reviews coming. We got Fast and Furious 9 that's gonna be coming, and be out look out for that. But anyway, my name is Jedi Mike 7. Until next time, I'm Jedi Mike. Bye bye.